More minutes anyway. For decades, candy sales have been used by high school groups to raise money, but soon they could be a thing of the past. Starting August 1st, kids in Massachusetts will be banned from selling candy or any other unhealthy food to raise money. Now, this is a result of the state's new push to make sure schools offer only healthy food. Some parents say the plan is half-baked and will prevent kids from raising the money they need to take part in extracurricular activities. So what do you think about the candy sale ban? Does it go too far?
Okay, Gail, are you buying the candy or are you just helping these folks raise money?
I get guilted into buying that candy all the time because they need funding for something, but I think it's ridiculous that they say you can't sell a cookie or you can't have a bake sale. They have a bake sale outside of my church every Sunday raising money for something. So I don't have a problem with that. I think that's ridiculous that the state is stepping in and saying between certain hours you can't sell a cookie. Kids can bring cookies on their own. That's not going to stop them from eating cookies. It's a way of bringing. It's an easy way to bring in money, because if you're going to sell carrots, you're not going to make any money, and the kids aren't going to go to camp.
And that's exactly what they said. The bands say, you know what, we went to the Rose Bowl parade because of a bake sale that we had. We're cutting the legs out from under these, extracurricular activities that these kids want to take part in.
Well, what bothers me is that kids have to raise money for this stuff. Right. Because each year at Christmas time, I buy God knows how many, wrapping paper packages that I'll never use because I'm not going to buy that many gifts. And I'm thinking, why do these kids have to shill to earn money to do something at school? It's like, where's the tax money going? That's the bigger question. Where's the tax money going?
Okay, we'll have to have that buzz topic a different
that's a whole other one.
Governor on here and ask her where that budget is going. We have a rainy day fund.
There you go.
Use that for the cookie sale.
Well, what about this overweight epidemic? We're talking about kids. I mean, this is a crisis here. Our country's in a crisis here. There are so many young kids with diabetes. Is the school, well, it's not just the school district, it's the whole Commonwealth. Are they making the right move here?
You know what? I understand what they're trying to do, but at the end of the day, kids can have more food than we can, but kids eventually go home. And when kids go home, what do their parents have at the house? The one thing that I credit my mom with doing, because I didn't have a weight problem until I started working overnights in my 30s, is that my mom didn't have potato chips and sodas in the house. When she came home, she cooked a regular meal. If I wanted junk food, it was probably like Captain Crunch cereal. And once I ate the whole box, there wasn't going to be another box till the next time she went to the grocery store. So I learned to moderate my behavior. And I learned that from my mom. I learned that from my family. The school's responsibility really shouldn't be if your kids have diabetes. The responsibility should be to get your kids smart enough so they can compete in a competitive workforce and in a global workforce. But people are not doing their responsibility by teaching their kids to eat the right thing.
All right, well, a lot of you agree. On Facebook, Noel Rosen says, let's see them raise money now trying to sell fruit and rice cakes, which is what you said, Gail. The schools shouldn't be dictating what kids eat. That's the parents' job.
Daniel MARTINEZ says, so because people have no self-control, they're just going to take money out of already poorly funded schools. This is America now, I guess.
Yeah, Harmony McCarter says, I think that bake sales are fine as long as there are options for children with allergies. They already miss out on so much, and this is just another thing they cannot participate in.
And Nadine Arney says, then they need to stop the sale of Girl Scout cookies in front of the supermarket, too. Fair is fair. No way. No way. You're taking away my fairness.
Heck no.
All righty.
You need the Thin Mints.
Yeah,
that's right.
And the Samoas.
Well, if you've got questions for our guest, Gail Bass, go ahead, get them on our Facebook page. We're going to ask her right after the break.
Plus, Katrina, she's over in the social media center tracking stories hot on the web this afternoon.